stick.
Guys, today we're reviewing Logan, directed by James Mangold, and brings back Hugh Jackman, Patrick Stewart, and Daphne Keane, who's the young girl.
Absolutely. Introducing Daphne Keane.
Introducing Daphne
She's not
Keane.
coming back. She hasn't been here before.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, guys, holy shit, this movie did not hold back in any way. At all. And just, if I could say that this is such a beautiful send-off and a last movie for the Wolverine.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely. And so, straight away, guys, from the get-go, this movie lets you know what it is from the opening scene.
Literally the first word.
The first, for the first word. And
they say, you know what, we've got this R rating. Yeah. Let's just
force it in.
Holy fuck.
And I think Fox, learning some lessons from Deadpool, have now learned that, oh man, there's a market now for these movies.
Wait a second, does that work?
Yeah. And honestly, the perfect fit for Wolverine, or Logan in this case.
It's needed that for a long time, I think. He's just like, the character in the comics then has always been so nasty and just visceral, and it's good to see that for once.
And there was always a bit in the X-Men movies that, especially with Wolverine, that was kind of lacking that kind of the graphicness and the kind of intensity. There was a few moments, there's a sequence in X2 where the soldiers are infiltrating the house, and then Wolverine's in the kitchen. And he's screaming. I remember as a kid being like, "Holy shit!" Because it was, but like we get to see that in this movie tenfold.
Yeah,
like so much better. So guys,
at least tenfold.
The story with Logan is that it's set in somewhat future 2029. Logan's working as like a limousine driver.
Yeah, just making some bank.
Driving
people around.
He's very unhappy, and he's taking care of an ill Professor X. And he runs into a bit of trouble. He meets this lady who's got a young girl, and then the story just kicks off from there.
So what's interesting with this film being set in the future, in 2029 or whatever it was, is
which makes Logan like 300, 200 something years old.
He's an old man. He's old man Logan. Is that it's obviously, well, not obviously, it's set in this future where the mutants have kind of all but died out, or been killed off, or died, or whatever.
Which separates itself from the other X-Men movies, which is all about the over-excess of mutants, which is kind of cool. So it kind of flips itself on its head. Yeah,
it's a nice change of pace and how the other X-Men movies have gone.
We've been told that this is his last portrayal as Wolverine.
So it's been said,
And I think they delivered it perfectly, and I'm very sad to see him go.
Yeah, if it is in fact going to be the last time we see Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, then it was a perfect send-off.
Beautiful, perfect send-off. And the cool thing about it, he got to work with so many other cool characters in this movie. You had Richard E. Grant playing Dr. Rice.
Stephen Merchant
coming, which was cool because I totally forgot that he was in this movie.
Yeah.
Even though he played like an albino mutant of some kind.
Yeah, because Caliban's been in one of the X-Men films before, the character, obviously not Stephen Merchant. I forget which one.
James Mangold, who was responsible for the Wolverine, the Wolverine film that came before, which is the Samurai story, coming back to do this one. And I think he's directed it so beautifully because the action scenes in this movie are just magnifico. It was just like it shows that rapid fire editing and shaky cam and all that kind of stuff. It doesn't always work. And the beautiful long takes we see in this film of just like Logan is sprinting down and just like hacking and slashing all the way. And it's like, as well as I can say, there's so much blood in this movie. There's a lot of blood. There's a lot of blood. Gory. A lot of decapitations. A lot of like just stabbing through necks and just losing everything.
Skulls getting pierced and
and so and the cinematography along with that beautiful direction, man. It just, the film rocks.
It does, like you say, with all the action, and not being all quick cutty. It's good to see all any hard hits and big gory guttings and stuff are all in like one maybe two shots.
And the cool thing, every time there is a slash or a stab, it's almost like unexpected. Like I always got a fright when I saw one. I was like, oh shit!
They just did that.
Like it just did that. Like, and there's so many great scenes. There was one scene in particular where just every stab you just feel and slash. It's
I think
really,
I know the
really
scene
tough.
you're talking about. It's just boom, boom, boom. Very nasty.
The relationship between Logan and Laura, which is the young girl in the movie, who is amazing. She's not really a newcomer. She's done another film before, but she is tremendous in this movie.
Yeah, I was really blown away by her
Yeah.
performance, to be honest. She was fantastic. I did
Yeah.
not expect it, like, even just based on the trailers, I thought, okay, you know, what are we going to see from this girl? But yeah, she
Totally.
was amazing.
She was so good, and her relationship with Logan flourishes and grows especially towards the end of this movie.
For such a young actress, like, even just her facial expressions.
Her eyebrows, like, she
yeah,
looks
just the
like,
way she'll furrow her brow or do it like a little frown or a little tiny little smile or something.
Yeah.
To, like,
And she is not afraid to get down and dirty and deal some hardcore damage. Every time she was fighting, I think in Mortal Kombat, I was like, finish him! And then she just like canes this dude out, just like almost rips his spine out. It's so good. So good. And she is tremendous. All the supporting acts are tremendous. The bad guy, the southerner guy, I keep forgetting his name.
yeah, Boyd Holbrook, who plays Donald Pierce, the robot hand from the trailer.
He was great.
And the glasses. Yeah, he was fantastic.
It was cool. There's really not much to dislike about this movie. I'm not gonna lie.
Very
like,
little.
It was definitely, as far as tearing of the X-Men movies go, or just even on the Wolverine side of movies, this is way up there.
Yeah.
And so things I could pick apart that I don't really like about it. I'm struggling for words to kind of say, but there's a few sort of slow moments, pacing issues are in the middle, but like that was just to develop him and her, like him and Laura's relationship a bit more, to tone down. And I know this movie was a bit lower budget, so they couldn't focus a lot more on the action and more character development, which I'm happy for.
Absolutely.
Because like you learn to like work with your characters rather than showing it through action, which I think really, really works. Another negative is that, not really a negative, but it's like the music's very forgettable. I didn't feel like there was no really theme or tune in that.
No, I didn't notice any, to be honest.
It was just like generic sad music. And generic, tension music. Like, it's all that cool. And that's, I think, a big problem with a lot of these superhero blockbuster movies, is that the music is kind of forgettable. Like, for me, the Doctor Strange thing.
Doctor Strange.
point taken.
On the point of where you brought up the relationship between Logan and Laura developing, that is one thing, like, I could see where that was happening, but for me, there's a moment at the end of the film where I felt like all that relationship build-up didn't actually feel like it paid off at the end.
Right, okay.
I felt like, for a long film, like, was it nearly 2.5 hours? 2 hours 20
or something, yeah.
I didn't quite get that tight...
That emotional kind of payoff at the end.
Yeah.
Right
But,
on.
I mean, it was definitely... It was there.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't non-existent,
Yeah.
but...
I mean, it's not just Logan and Laura. It's almost like a triangle. You got Logan, Professor X, and Laura.
That's true, yeah.
As their relationships build together. And on the note of Patrick Stewart as Professor X, just nailing it. And he's playing this kind of senile old man. Like, he's a very old professor. He's like 90 years old. And he does all these little mannerisms of what old people do. Like, hello, darling. And it's so good. And, like, he's just perfect. And to hear him swear... Just hearing Patrick Stewart swear in general is a revelation.
Telling Wolverine to fuck off.
And there was just so many F-bombs just dropped in this movie. It was so good. So Patrick Stewart, hats off to you, sir. You're amazing.
His performance was fantastic.
Go see Green Room. If you haven't seen Green Room, go see Green Room. Overall, guys, this movie was a total treat. And I think it was a good example of like a studio marketing the movie right.
Yeah.
Like the trailers were epic. It didn't give anything away. And you go into the movie and you're surprised and it takes you through a cool journey. I mean, you're laughing, you're crying. It's all that kind of that perfect encompassing of what a movie is and kind of that like transports you into that world, which I think is very, very sweet. I love in the direction, James Mangold, beautiful little send-off for Logan. Cinematography was beautiful. Editing worked just as well. Like the music could have used some cool little finessing there. Give us a cool theme. Give us a Logan theme. Like the X-Men theme is always memorable.
Yeah.
Come up for me, Chris. You probably don't remember. And so it's very cool. I mean, like, ever since the end, the deleted scene at the end of the Wolverine, where he's in the plane, I don't know if you've seen it, but there's a deleted scene that they almost put in the movie, but they didn't. They took it out. It's on the Blu-ray. Is they give Logan this case, and he opens it up, and it's like the comic book uniform that Wolverine wears, the yellow and black leather with the spike, you know. And I was like, why did you not put that in the movie? That's so cool. So ever since that point, I was like, you guys have to give me Wolverine in that uniform, and I thought this was the movie it was going to do.
I have to disagree with you there, only because I think when it comes to making a live-action film, some things just don't translate well to the screen, like having a silly, colourful costume.
Give me a dream sequence then. I don't care. Give me a dream sequence. But, I mean, that's just made sense. But I love the movie regardless, so I think it's definitely worth a watch. Highly, highly, highly recommend it. Hugh Jackman nails it. That dude is so adorable. So I'm going to give this film an 8 out of 10. I really dug it.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, I don't have too much to add on top of what you've said already, yeah, again, I agree with pretty much everything you've said. That I loved it. It looked fantastic. Yeah, the music, yeah,
looked polished, man.
Give or take.
Good film.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, just like you said, the cinematography and the editing combined, it was just like kind of flawless. Like you didn't, nothing was too like noticeable or jarring or anything. It was just like everything flowed smoothly and it suited the scenes every time.
It was like a beautiful tempoed movie. That it was like a road movie. You know, it's almost like these two people hanging out in the car.
So for me, I'm actually gonna step that up, Tom. I'm gonna give this a 9. Just as far as like, you know, superhero or
comic book. Me?
Yeah, I did. One-upsmanship, bro. Just as far as like comic book superhero movies go, I feel like this is just it's that step up from other ones that I love even. Yeah, so
it's intimate. It's it's
I'm going there.
solid.
It's really high for me. It's really good.
I get it.
Definitely check it out.
You still have time.
Okay guys, thanks a lot for watching. We really appreciate the views, and we'd appreciate, you know, some comments. Just let us know what you thought of the film once you've seen it. And
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we definitely recommend you go and see it. Obviously, we both quite enjoyed this a lot. Some more than others.
We're not the only ones. I mean, critically, this film is killing it.
Yeah, it's absolutely doing fantastic out there.
Yeah, it was 100% on Rotten Tomatoes until some one douchebag rated it 1, and then it went down to 99. But I mean, it's definitely not a perfect film. So I can do it, but definitely worth checking out. And guys, please check out our other reviews, check out our latest review, and also check out our top 5 list we've got going on.
And subscribe.
Please subscribe and comment, talk to us. I mean, if it's not about the movie, just be like, hey, what's your favourite colour? Like, well, my favourite colour is blue.
Is it?
Yeah. What's yours?
Red.
Right on. And so thank you guys, catch you later.
Bye.